Hello. I think apple cider vinegar should have a warning sign on it. I mean, it should have a warning sign. It should have a warning sign, like danger. Hello everyone, it's your girl Queen. Welcome to Queen's Wellbeing, where we discuss everything about health, weight loss, fitness, and dieting, including pregnancy. And if you're new to this channel, you're welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for coming. So in this video, we are going to talk about apple cider vinegar, ACV. We're really going to tell you the effects of taking ACV. Of course, it has health benefit, but then, like I said, I believe we should have a warning sign on it so that you know. Okay, that being said, let's go. One day my mom came to me and she said, "Hey Queen, I have found a solution. Someone told me today that I should take apple cider vinegar and I'm really going to slim down and it's going to help my tummy and all that." And I was like, really? Apple cider vinegar helps. It has a lot of benefits. And then I told her, and I was like, but you're ulcerative. And she said, does it affect ulcer? I said, wow, sure it does. And she was like, but she didn't tell me. And I'm like, you didn't know. So these are things we don't even know. You have a friend tell you apple cider vinegar is good, but you take some medications and who knows, maybe interactive with apple cider. And then you go to the internet, you search and you look up for a lot of things and you want to try them out, and apple cider is one of it. Personally, I've had a very one-on-one experience with apple cider and it wasn't funny. And I have a lot of clients who I coach to lose weight. Besides, you're gonna lose weight once you're on a calorie deficit. Anyway, I left the link to about how to run a calorie deficit to lose weight. So that is just all you need to lose weight, including belly fat. However, apple cider vinegar is not that bad. It's not all that bad. It's actually made from fermentation of apple, and it takes a process to convert to have a pH of about 5% or lesser. And again, if you want to use ACV for weight loss or any other health issues, use the one with the mother. They are usually the unfiltered one that have been proven to be helpful. Before I go to the side effect, I'd like to let you know about the benefits from taking apple cider vinegar. There are a lot of benefits. There's not so much evidence on it anyway, but it works and people do it, people take it and it works for them. It helps in obesity. Studies say it helps in obesity. It helps with your stomach, helps with digestion, it helps dandruff, acne, cholesterol, helps in athletic performance, DM, high lipids. It does a lot. I'm going to leave them in the description box, so you can read about so many benefits of ACV. But that is when you use it right, and that is when you're free from medication and some health conditions. Now, number one of the effect of apple cider. Let's go to the GIT. Apple cider vinegar has been proven backup. There is scientific backup, not so much about it anyway, of helping you lose weight, helping your stomach, helping you get a flatter tummy. Yes, it actually works. But then you shouldn't take ACV if you're ulcerative. If you have ulcer, ACV contains acid, and in fact ACV is acid, it's acidic, and acid doesn't go well with wounds. So it's just like pouring acid on a wound. You know how painful it's gonna be? That is what happens when you're taking ACV while ulcerative. I have a client who said to me, I really have bad ulcer. I finished 3 bottles of ACV in 6 months. I was like, really? Were you taking it? Like, did you dilute it? I mean, ACV is not compulsory. And the funny thing is she's still overweight because now she wasn't ulcerative, but she's currently ulcerative and she has a very bad ulcer that she can't even try intermittent fast food. And you know the problem with ulcer. Again, ACV also reduces your bowel movement. So that is a way of helping you lose weight. That is a way of helping you eat less. So when it reduces your bowel movement, you're going to feel less hungry and you eat less. But what if it causes indigestion? What if it causes bloating? What if the slow movement causes something else in your GIE? So you see, actually, if you want to take ACV, you just have to dilute it properly. I mean, dilute it. You have to dilute it well. To dilute apple cider vinegar, you need about 1 tablespoon in a liter of water or 1 teaspoon in a cup of water. Just 1 teaspoon in a cup of water. Okay, let's go to the next one. Still in the GIT, your teeth. Of course, the teeth is part of the gastrointestinal. The teeth is in your oral cavity. It really affects the teeth enamel. So when it affects it, you're going to feel this. Have you taken it raw before? Man, it affects your teeth. That's why some people suggest you use straw while trying to drink it, because when you use straw, it bypasses your teeth and just goes straight to your stomach, but then it passes your throat. And that is another issue. Okay, back to the teeth. When it affects your teeth, it kind of acts on the enamel. So you can imagine acid on the enamel. It scrapes it. I'm trying to use this the best way to explain it to you. It's kind of scrapes it. You know, when you scrape something, it makes it more sensitive and it can lead to a tooth decay if care is not taken. So taking ACV for a long time can actually affect your teeth. And then the next one, still in the GIT, is your throat. Yeah, it affects your throat. When you take ACV, especially undiluted, I mean, who takes it undiluted? Okay, when you take it undiluted, it affects your throat. It causes burning sensation on your throat, and you can imagine it affects your epiglottis and just like swallowing acid. That is why when you have an alkaline accident or splash, you use ACV to dilute it. So you can imagine swallowing acid. It increases gastric reflux. It increases the episode of gastric reflux. It worsens gastric reflux. I've discussed about gastric reflux, and I'm going to leave a link. I'm going to leave a link to gastric reflux. So ACV actually worsens gastric reflux, just like increasing the acidic content of your stomach. But already your stomach contains hydrochloric acid and you're adding more acid to it. Whoa. So you can imagine that. But generally, the best way is to dilute it. But as much as possible, stay away from it. Stay away from it. So let's go to the next one, our skin. ACV has been proven to help with dandruff, acne, even eczema, all those skin conditions. But then it can still cause burn. So it's just like having acid burn, you know, when it goes raw on your skin. I actually have a remedy I use for my hair to treat dandruff, but with vinegar. And you can imagine getting it to your skin. Oh my God, that's acidic burn. So it can actually affect your skin. But then we don't usually use it on our skin because most time we use ACV is to lose weight, apart from the cleanings and all those pests we kill. So we ingest it most of the time. The next one is ACV has the tendency of causing potassium depletion. It affects a potassium and it causes bone loss. So studies have shown, though not so many studies, has proven that in people who take ACV, bone loss and potassium depletion was noticed in them, and it was linked to the fact that we are taking ACV. So ACV can actually affect your bone and your potassium level. And a lot of us combine ACV with some diets like keto diet and paleo, Atkins, and all those diets. Being on those diets normally causes a depletion in some nutrients in your body, including potassium and calcium, and then you are adding ACV to it. Check it yourself. And the next one is it affects DM. It affects those with DM, especially those on insulin. So in as much as ACV helps in diabetes, we have to take precaution. Besides, someone with DM shouldn't even take things anyhow. I mean, you should mind the things you eat. So if you are diabetic, you should be able to meet your doctor and discuss some possible alternative medicines you are using, which ACV is one of it. And also interact with some medications. ACV really has drug interaction. So if you're on medication, why should you just pick up anything and drink just because everyone is doing it? You should be able to consult your doctors and take proper good care of yourself. For instance, ACV interacts with digoxin, insulin, leading to lower sugar level in people with diabetes. So you see, when taking medications, it's good, it's the right thing to discuss with your doctor. You can actually put yourself into more harm than good while taking ACV. So it's just good we generally take precaution of the things we take and make good decisions. Thank you for coming by. Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be happy.